This morning we're gonna load up the red poppy tractor there with some 2x4s on the forks, and we're gonna go up the hill here and start forming up for the slab for a water tank up on the hilltop. So a little tip here, when you're putting up forms for a smaller pad like this, you don't really have to do batter boards and pull a bunch of strings and stuff. What we did was set one side in the location where we wanted, and then we tied the corner together for the second side, and then we used the Pythagorean theorem that we learned in high school, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or in the construction world, the 3-4-5 rule, where you use multiples of 3 foot, 4 foot, and 5 foot. Multiples of 3 times down one side and 4 down the other, and then your diagonal of 5. And you use the same multiple for each one, and you pull it up and you move it till you get to that number, and then you have those two sides squared. And then you can just measure your parallel dimensions and put your other sides out. And when you're done, pull your diagonals on your corners to ensure that you're square. And that's all you need to do. If your boards are crooked, you can use a string line to get them straight down each side, but this wasn't really needed for what we're doing, so we just kind of eyeballed it and went with our experience on that one. Being the good steward that I try to be, I have a tip for you. When setting your forms and your boards are longer than what you need, don't cut the excess off. Just let it stick out of one corner, and don't have to cut. You can use 16-foot boards all the way around for a 12x12 form if you need to. Now, we cut one corner on these just because of the fact we won't have to dig it down in the dirt, and being lazy, we didn't want to dig it, and it was only like 2 or 3 inches we cut off, so it worked out fine. Well guys, short day today. My youngest boy had to go get an MRI and some x-rays and some tests run, and I'm gonna spend a few minutes with him. But this is what we got done. We got the form in for the slab. We also formed these little block outs for where the column footings will go, where the 6x6 wooden posts will go in there. So we got to come back tomorrow and we got to dig some cross footings across here for the center column that goes up. To lay rebar in and have thicker concrete, and then we'll have rebar around the perimeter as well, and we'll have little rebar stubs that stub in, turn down where these posts go. But other than that, we're gonna get a load of stone dust and go in here and fill in the low, because we want most of the slab's gonna be 3.5 other than where these footings are going for the columns. That'll be the base for our tower. That'll keep it sitting on solid ground. Trust me, this is some hard ground here. Really, really hard. It was hard to get stobs in to hold everything, but not gonna be a lot of force on it since we're pouring this by hand, mixing by hand, so won't be pushing with a chute or anything. So that's what we got on day one. Get back at it tomorrow. Day 2 on the water tower pad. We got more doctor's appointments today with the boys, so it's gonna be another short day, but we're gonna try to get some ditching done, put some pipe in the ground ahead of this. Well, I managed to get a little work done before we had to leave and go to the doctor's. Got two 1-inch poly water lines run out from under the pad. Right now the plan is to only use one and have one as a spare. But if we decide to pump in and fill with one pipe and put a booster pump up here if we need something, because the building's close to the hilltop up here, we can put one in there and pump out on the second pipe. Also put in a conduit chase as a backup for our electric. I'm also gonna bury another electric line is the plan right now anyway, and come out in this column right here. And then I'll just run conduit over the side of the slab to it and put a control box there later. And then I'll have power direct into there if I need to. If something goes wrong or the plan changes, it's hard to back up and punt after you got concrete poured. We still got to get in here. Like we got this depression dug across here. We got to dig another one here. And I'm baiting on what I'm gonna do too, coming across this way to carry the support of this center column. There's gonna be a steel column made out of IBC tote metal cages. And then we're gonna wrap it with angle iron and a wood on the outside of it to be the center structure. It's gonna be like our pump house, and where the main thing, our chlorine injection pump's gonna be housed inside there where it won't freeze. And our water line's gonna come down inside it as a chase. And it also is gonna serve structural purpose of holding the weight of that 8,000 gallons of water, or 8,000 pounds of water sitting up above it, along with these 4 columns. And of course, we're gonna have a rebar around the perimeter and then wire mesh through the middle of it as well. But that's what we got done for today. Live's a little busy at the moment, so we'll get back to it or to whatever other project I got to work on. And also, welcome to Crazy White Chicken to the channel. He guards our front entrance and our fence line, walks it all day, and keeps out all the undesirables. Thank you guys for watching today's video.
Please like, subscribe, and follow us on social media.
And as always, God gets glory for the good in our lives. Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior. Hope he's yours too. Reach out to us in the email in the description below with any questions or prayer requests you may have. And as always, God bless you.